The heart of Atlanta. Valley Sports South and Valley Sports Southeast. The heart of the fan.
World champion Atlanta Braves baseball is brought to you by Truist. Tonight we join you from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania for Game 1 of a big three-game Eastern Division series between the red-hot Braves and the struggling Phillies. All the fun comes your way here from Citizens Bank Park. Hi again, everybody, with Brian Jordan, Peter Moylan, Chip Carey. Great to have you with us on this lovely Monday night in the city of brotherly love. BJ, it's always important to win your divisional games. The Braves have done that against the Phillies. And frankly, these are two teams going in opposite directions in the division. A chance to bury the Phils with a series win.
No doubt the Phillies are struggling, but the good thing about the Phillies, hey, they're scoring runs, ERA, they have been terrific. But when they score over 4 runs, they're almost unbeatable, but they haven't done that lately. Scoring has been tough for these guys, and look at the ugly, the third worst defense in the major leagues. And you know what, guys? They got to face Maximus tonight, Peter.
I'd expect more of the same from Max tonight. Blow off a bit of that all-star break rust. Maybe the first 2 innings he's a little bit off, but after that I'd see the same thing that you expect from Max for the start of the season. 2.64 ERA, 4.6 walk rate, second in the league, 7 road starts this year. He's 5-0 with a 2.51 ERA. We'll take that.
And if the Braves want to win the East, the opportunity is right in front of them. 24 of the next 65 games are against the Mets and the Phillies. Time for the Braves to take care of business in Game 1 in Philly tonight. Max Fried and Ranger Suarez get things tipped off. Kelly Cole joins us as well as we continue with lineups and first pitch next.
Is brought to you by Landmark Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram. Xfinity. Supercharge your home with supersonic Wi-Fi. Unbeatable internet only from Xfinity. And by Georgia Natural Gas. Live the greener life.
After a few late afternoon sprinkles, it's turned out to be a lovely night in Philadelphia as the Braves make a quick 3-game trip to Citizens Bank Park to face their rivals, the Phillies. Atlanta starts play tonight 1.5 games behind the Mets, who are idle this evening. So with a win with this Toyota starting lineup, the Braves could be a game back in the Eastern race after tonight's play. Ronald Acuna Jr. leads off. The big story is Marcell Ozuna playing left field. William Contreras is the Braves' designated hitter. The bad news for Atlanta yesterday, of course, Adam Duvall will have to undergo season-ending wrist surgery. So, Kelly, how's Brian Snitker and the staff going to manipulate the left field position the rest of the way?
Well, Snit was very candid by saying, you know, that's a great question. Tonight you're going to see, right, Marcell Ozuna in left field the first time since July 3rd. It's because he really wanted Ozuna and William Contreras in the lineup tonight against a lefty and Ranger Suarez. But he said, you know, it'll be evolving tomorrow or the days coming. It could be Eddie Rosario. The hard part with Eddie, he just hasn't had a whole lot of ABs, right, guys? So as soon as they can get a few more consistent ABs for him, if he starts to get going, Snit said you could see Eddie Rosario take over the majority of the work in left field. But for right now, they just kind of have to use what they have. And, well, if there's any team that's equipped with doing that and the whole next man up mentality, it is this one.
Good report, Kelly. The Braves, as you saw, have a predominantly right-hand hitting lineup against left-hander Ranger Suarez. Peter?
Ranger a little different than the lefties we've been seeing. He comes with a sinker predominantly 45% of the time. He will tunnel the changeup off of that. He'll also elevate with a 4-seam fastball to both lefties and righties. And then he'll mix in the occasional breaking ball, versions of a slider curveball that'll hit the bottom of the zone most of the time.
The Braves are 24-10 against opposing left-handed starters. Brian, with that in mind, what are tonight's 4 keys?
Hey, bring the power on offense. Didn't hit any home runs yesterday. Kind of struggled offensively. But here in Philadelphia, the ball flies. Let's get back to hitting some home runs. And then we need Maximus tonight to come through after yesterday's game. Just get back to being himself, command the fastball. And Peter, I agree with you. He's been off for a long time, so those first couple of innings, we're going to be watching him closely, but hopefully he can get in that groove and dominate this game.
So Ranger Suarez, who's been a revelation in rotation for the Phillies, wraps up his warm-up tosses, and we're moments away from first pitch. This is an important series, perhaps more so for Philadelphia than the Braves. The Phillies are 8 games behind Atlanta and in 3rd place in the division. Right now, the Phillies' best route to the playoffs would be as a wild card, and they are currently 1 game out of the final National League wild card spot.
This is the exciting part of the extended playoffs, is it forces teams that would normally be sellers to maybe look at becoming a buyer, like the Braves last year. I mean, we all know what happened when we decided to buy, but it's a big decision. If we sweep these guys, it's a decision made for them almost.
I like the way you think. We'll see how it comes to pass as we start with game 1 tonight. And we are underway. Ball 1.
That was actually the scenario last year when we went to New York. That was a huge series for us to play good baseball. We did that, and Alex made some great trades.
On the ground towards short. Stopped with the play and a perfect throw, and Acuna's retired for out number 1. Ranger Suarez 1-2 lifetime against the Braves. He was beaten by Atlanta June 29th. He gave up 4 runs in 6 2/3 innings in that game. And if there has been a problem spot for Suarez, well, hitter-friendly park, especially for right-handed batters, it's here in Philadelphia, Brian. He's 1-4 with an ERA over 5.
Yeah, and that has to be on a pitcher's mind playing here in Philadelphia. When that ball flies out there, you try to be perfect. And that's when pitchers get in trouble, right, Pete?
Sure. That's try to be too perfect. Exactly. We're finding that strikes have become key again this year.
Dansby Swanson, 23 multi-hit games since May 23rd. And enters tonight's play with 15 home runs, 54 driven in. Dansby has 10 hits this year against the Phillies, hitting around .340 against them. And that's what Ranger Suarez can do.
Pretty nasty curveball right there. You don't really throw that often, though. Almost 4% of the time. Broke it out pretty early.
I think that was a cut of the pitch before, too, which it might be his version of the slider that he's trying to speed up a little bit.
That ricochets into the Phillies dugout off the netting.
And that right there, I think, to me, has been the biggest difference with Dansby. He's extending at bats and not trying to drive pitches that he can't drive. He's waiting and extending the at bats until the pitcher makes a mistake, and he's able to get that pitch that he can drive.
And he's taking his singles, driving the ball the other way.
1-2 pitch. Strike 3. 2 outs.
Another nasty curveball. That was a 12-6, just dropped off the table. That's a pitcher's pitch right there. That was close, but I always say you got 2 strikes, that's too close to take. Foul it off, do something with it. And that's what we're so used to Dansby doing, fouling off those tough pitches.
Matt Olson having a great July. 6 homers this month, 18 for the season. And it's strike after strike for Todd Titchener, who's behind the plate tonight. Olson played as a pull hitter. Matt has 3 solo home runs this year against the Philadelphia pitching staff, which has been pretty good of late. Since Rob Thompson took over as manager, his starters have been pitching deeper into the games. As a result, less stress, less taxing of their bullpen, which has also been much improved.
Like I said in the open, guys, this Phillies team, when they score over 4 runs, they are almost perfect. But that's the struggle lately, being consistent. You look at their lineup, a lot of guys' averages are way down.
Olson waited on that and whacks it well foul. It's still a ball and 2 strikes.
Castellanos, you expect way more out of him. Just 8 home runs so far this year. And this is a guy last year with Cincinnati that was just the toughest out in the game almost.
even back to Detroit, he was a tough out.
Suarez ready with his 1-2. He thought that was good enough, but just off the plate.
There you got your hitter's pitch back.
Yes, exactly.
Gentle breeze blowing toward right and right center. Warm, muggy night after some early afternoon and late afternoon showers. But the skies clearing with each passing moment as Olsen steps out. Swing and a miss. Ranger Suarez didn't throw many fastballs in that first inning and struck out 2 of the first 3 Braves hitters. They come into this game smarting. They were just swept by the Cubs and enter play at 49 and 46. Their Toyota starting lineup has a lot of power in that number 2 spot. Kyle Schwarber, 30 home runs, second only to Aaron Judge in the major leagues. Got to worry about JT Realmuto too, but fellas, it's always a treat to watch Max Fried pitch, and tonight he makes his second half debut.
You see the numbers there, 10-3 on the year with a 2.6 ERA. You'd think that there's nowhere for him to go but down, but I tell you what, this guy's such a competitor. With the extended rest, I feel like he's really set up for a big second half. Nice little reset with the few extra days rest in between starts, and I really do think he's going to have a big second half.
And that has historically been the story for Max, a 2.62 lifetime ERA after the All-Star break. So that's exciting to think about as his night starts with a quick strike to Matt Vierling, the Phillies leadoff man.
And I think he's matured so much to where that time off will not bother him, where we've seen it bother some of the other starters in this rotation.
Max last pitched on July 16th. So 9 days since his last start, which is a win against the Nationals. This will chase Michael Harris back a step or 3, and he'll haul that in for the first out.
Good sign there, able to land a curveball. First time he's thrown it the game, landed perfectly. Nice little end of the bat contact, soft contact. Max has been really good with that so far. That soft contact that he's relied on, not relying so much on strikeouts every time out. Really letting the defense, which has been stellar, take control of the games as well.
Well, here's Kyle Schwarber, one of the 2 big offensive stars the Phillies brought in during this offseason. Yes, Schwarber has 30 home runs, but in his last 54 plate appearances, he's hitting .078.
And in his career versus Fried, he's hitting 200, just 2 singles, 1 RBI, a couple of walks, and 3 strikeouts.
Always wonder about the home run derby hangover. Schwarber participated.
How about that upset? Pujols.
With an asterisk. I think they miscount, remember?
Yes.
So this game features the number 1 and number 2 home run hitters in the National League. Schwarber first for the Phillies. Austin Riley second for the Braves. In this ballpark, might see Austin's numbers rise quickly. At least we hope so. 2-1 pitch.
Peter, when you face a guy like Schwarber, you know his career, he's only hitting 200 off you. He hasn't hit a big home run off of you. Does that give you a sense of confidence, or are you still careful against a power hitter like that?
You're confident until that pitch that he's able to drive, but most of the time you know the history, especially if someone's had a good time against you. You definitely know that. If someone struggles against you.
On the ground, and Arcia, good play, strong throw, and they got him. What a play.
I cannot speak enough about the impact that his glove has had and the stability that it's brought to that infield. Losing Ozzy Albies, we were staring down the barrel, and he has come up and done this almost on a nightly basis.
And how about that? Max Fried just gave him a standing ovation right there. You know, that just helps a pitcher. It gives him more confidence when you got guys up the middle that can make that play. We always talk about the defense has to be really, really good up the middle, and we see it night in and night out here with Michael Harris in center field, Dansby at short, and Arcia at second. Defense, defense, defense.
You say it all the time. We've got a shortstop playing second base with that arm. It's just incredible.
And that's one big difference between the Braves and Phillies. The outs the Braves get compared to the ones the Phillies don't.
That's right.
And for most clubs, that might have been a hit up the middle, but not for Kyle Schwarber and Orlando Arcia. 2 outs, Rhys Hoskins, the hitter. And he's behind now, a ball and 2 strikes. Hoskins, another cold Phillies hitter, batting .154 in his last 7 games.
And this is another guy that Max Fried likes facing. Only hitting .174, 23 at bats against Max Fried.
On the ground, that's fair ball. Riley's got it, and his throw is perfect. 2 terrific defensive plays by the Braves in the bottom of the first inning. Off we go to the second. Austin Riley leads off in a scoreless affair. As we go to a scoreless second inning, time to check out our Synovus Get There feature. Austin Riley, the Braves MVP candidate, is as hot as can be for this series opener.
Yeah, look at this 16-game hit streak, man. That OPS is just unbelievable. And this is a guy that he looks so comfortable at the plate right now. I don't think it matters what pitch you throw to him. He has a chance to hit it. He keeps his hands back. And, man, that ball comes off that bat. I think he has, what, the highest hard hit rate in the league among the top 5.
Definitely up top. Yep.
Well, let's see if he can hit something hard here in the second inning. As Suarez misses downstairs. 28 home runs, 63 RBIs for Riley, who, oh, by the way, is flirting with a .300 batting average, too. Off his knuckles, back toward us, foul. And here's where Austin Riley's hits have been going, Peter.
It's beautiful to see. That's, as a pitcher, you hate seeing that, but as a hitting coach, you look at that and you think that's a balanced hitter. That's a guy that that doesn't try to do too much on every plate appearance.
That's exactly why his average is going up, because he's spraying the ball all over the field. He's not a one-dimensional player.
That is our StatCast 3D presented by Google Cloud. Riley ahead in the count, 2 balls and 1 strike. Popped up. Rhys Hoskins at the first base bag. 1 out.
Already you see Suarez change that strategy. First inning, throwing a lot of slow curveballs, and if I'm a hitter, I'm going up there and saying, oh, he's going to throw me something soft. And that's exactly what happens, folks. You get late on that fastball and you just miss it and pop it up.
So he set down 4 straight to start his night. Travis d'Arnaud is the Braves catcher. And Travis riding a nice 5-game hitting streak with a couple of RBIs. What a job the Braves catching core has turned in. Renault 11 homers, 39 driven in. William Contreras, catcher DH, 11 homers, 23 driven in. Lots of production for the Braves, who lead the National League in home runs. Their total 151. They'd love to add to it tonight.
There's that nasty changeup. That's the best one that we've seen tonight. But when he throws that sinker, it's got such nasty movement, and he can back that up as well. 10-mile-an-hour difference between the two pitches. So hard to stay back as a hitter.
Hoskins backs up, bobbles the ball, recovers, throws to first, and Suarez still got his man. It is an adventure with this Phillies defense, and Rhys Hoskins almost misplayed that into an error. But d'Arnaud is out on a bang-bang play at first. 2 outs.
Well, he's lucky d'Arnaud is not one of the faster guys in this lineup. And we talked about the Phillies being the 3rd worst defense in the majors right now.
So it wasn't pretty, but it was effective. Bases empty for Marcell Ozuna. Ozuna has the start in left tonight. If you missed the news yesterday, really feel bad for Adam Duvall. Tore a tendon sheath in his left wrist. He's going to have surgery to fix that. And so, as you heard from Kelly, the Braves have in-house options to account for Adam Duvall's absence. But maybe that's a shopping list item for Alex at the deadline, which is 1 week from tonight.
Yeah, I would not be surprised. Alex and the scouts are out there looking around the league for another power bat. Because, you know, Adam can drive in 100, hit 35 home runs. You want to replace that type of player. It's going to be tough to replace that Gold Glove, though, out in the outfield. I saw Ozuna early today, and I told him, hey, let's go. Get back out there in the outfield. And hopefully that'll get his hitting going.
Last time Marcell played in left field was July 3rd. Today is July 25th. 2 balls and a strike. Well, you guys better get your hands ready.
Oh, I'm ready.
We are in pop foul territory.
I'm in pretty good catching form right now. I don't know if you've seen that, but.
And Tip, you said it. He hasn't played the outfield since July 3rd. Look, he was hitting when he was playing in the outfield, but ever since he stopped and was DH, he seems to be struggling a little bit. So I'm hoping that will energize him.
That's rifled toward left, and Schwarber can't get to that. Ozuna, big turn, and stops at first.
And what do you know? That might be what Ozuna needed to get back in the outfield, keep the blood flowing, and get in the rhythm. Great job waiting on that slow changeup. Almost like he knew that was coming.
And you see the range limitations of Schwarber. He couldn't catch up to that ball that bounced off the left field wall. So there's the game's first hit. Contreras bats with 2 outs and a man aboard. William at 256.
I want to see him get back to driving that ball, like you say, BJ. Driving that ball right center.
Yeah.
That's his power stroke. We saw a couple in Miami.
There you go. Ground ball the other way. The Braves will play it station to station. Back-to-back 2-out hits.
That's what's going to get William Contreras going right there. Going back that way, like you said, Peter. He's been struggling with the inside pitch. And my thing is, he started making adjustments when he was already hitting good. That's when you get in trouble. You start thinking. And I think Kevin Sykes has been pumping in his head. Get back to right center field. That's a good start for him today.
So Orlando Arcia, who's already made a great defensive play, a chance with 2 outs to score the first run. This is where the Braves have been so outstanding over the last 7 weeks. And Orlando, channel your inner Shohei Ohtani. Another left-hander on the mound.
That's right.
Or a left-hander on the mound, I should say.
Look, normally when you make a great play in the field and come up to hit, good things happen.
Lost the grip on that swing, and the Braves down to their last second-inning strike.
So if I see that swing as a pitcher, I'm thinking he's sitting off speed, and I'm coming with something fast, something to harden in to back it up.
Some pitchers are not that smart, though. If he throws this hanging curveball and he hits it. Threw a changeup away.
Arcia 5 homers, 21 ribbies. Ozuna has a good lead at second base. That was close. Good try, but an even count. Okay, so change up away, now fastball in. It's a 2-2 pitch. Where are you going?
I'm going with a high fastball.
You're looking
Back
for a
to
high
that.
fastball?
No,
or you, as
I'm
a
saying
pitcher?
as a pitcher.
Okay.
His swing was a little slow on that high fastball.
Yeah, every swing that he's taken so far tells me that he's sitting off speed, so I'm going to stay with something hard.
The pitch. So that missed high. Check swing. And now the advantage for the Braves. Ozuna and Contreras will be running with the pitch.
Didn't even get close. The body looked more like it went than the bat, so I was sold from up here.
A gapper might get you too.
Oh, that's the bug chasing him right there. Look at the bug.
Yeah, we saw that one earlier. I think it's the same one. It's got to be. Can't be more than $2 here.
That would mess my whole at bat up right there, guys.
You're out? You're done?
Yes, I'm done.
Fastball, middle.
I'm not even going to swing.
Runners lead. There they go. And that's high, ball 4. The bases are loaded for Michael Harris.
That's a great at bat right there by Arcia. Going down 0-2 early and battling back and taking that walk. That'll get that pitch count up.
Michael's riding a 5-game hitting streak, 7 hits in that stretch. He's knocked in a couple of runs. He's picked up 3 hits against the Phillies in limited duty. They play him to pull. The pitch. Downstairs, ball 1.
Michael Harris is starting to lock back in, guys. He's not swinging out of the zone. He's letting that ball get deep, and he's driving the ball the other way. Couple of hits this weekend right down the left field line.
A young man just up from Double-A. The big moments have not bothered him. Michael Harris is hitting .357 this year with runners in scoring position and is perfect with the bases loaded. Broken bat. Johan Camargo fields and fires. Throw it away. 2 runs will score. Harris is on his way to second. There'll be no throw. Atlanta gets a huge break. The Phillies defense throws it away, and the Braves get 2 gift-wrapped runs. That's the first error on Johan Camargo, and it came at a beautiful time for the Braves.
When things are going bad, they're going bad, and we talked about how bad the defense has been for Philadelphia lately. Johan usually makes every play.
Right. Wasn't a very. I think like Reese had already set his feet before Johan made throw.
He was set up on the wrong side of the bag.
Base. There's a lot that went wrong, and Johan didn't set his feet, but he made a pretty accurate throw. So I'm not sure that. I think Reese just set his feet too early.
That error should go to the first baseman.
But the throw is what earns Camargo his first error in 152 chances.
Wow.
And Atlanta leads by 2 and has Acuna up. All of this after 2 men were out.
That is a tough error to take if you're Johan. When you throw that ball on the money and your first baseman is set up inside for some reason. It's like you said, Peter, you cannot set up early as a first baseman. You got to wait and see where that throw is and adjust your feet.
So the Braves with 2 runs, 2 hits. Ranger Suarez cruised through the first 2 outs. 2 singles, a walk, and now an error. And 2 runs are in. 1 ball, 1 strike. Acuna hit the ball hard but was retired at short to start the game. He's 3 for his last 10 at the plate.
I really feel like he's close, guys. I do. I think I saw it with Dansby. I saw it with Austin. Getting jammed a little bit, fouling those balls off to the right side. That's the first step in what's going to be, I think, a big couple of weeks for him.
Two and two. Is there something you see from a pitcher standpoint, Peter, that leads you to believe that you're seeing the light at the end of the tunnel?
No, it's just I know what he is, and I know eventually he's going to get back to that. I know he's pressing right now. He's doing everything that he possibly can. He's trying different things. Everybody's telling him from different angles. He's just got to figure it out.
That one gets away from Real Muto. Here comes Arcia to score standing up. It's 3-0.
Well, you hardly ever see that by Real Muto, one of the best catchers defensively in the game.
Wild pitch.
Good job by Arcia getting down the line and recognizing that. Acuna doing his job and telling him, come, come, come.
So the Braves lead by 3, a full count for Acuna. A 2-run error and now a wild pitch. Just missed it.
Oh, boy.
And stays alive. 3-2.
You can just sense it. It's just going to take one of those Ronald Acuna style swings.
He's going to have to open up his hips, get that front shoulder out, and just get that extension back. He's getting jammed too much on the inside pitch, and that's something you're not used to seeing him get jammed. He's so quick inside, and we haven't seen that this year.
Right back to the mound. Hard hit ball. Suarez throws a missile to first, and he is not a happy camper. His defense really let him down. The Phillies make a throwing error and throw a wild pitch, and it's the same story in Philadelphia. Bad defense, and the opponent scores 3. Max Fried's been given a 3-0 lead, and as you see on our Zaxby's indescribably good play, fellas, the second half is Max's time to shine.
Took a look at what he did last year, 8-2 with a 1.74 down the stretch, heading into the playoffs. I'm sure he's going to want to do the same thing. Build momentum heading into September and October.
And then we'll never forget Game 6, getting his ankle stepped on, and wow, he got angry.
And the rest, they say, is Braves history. When Atlanta subdued the Astros in the World Series. 1-0 pitch to JT Realmuto is in at the knees.
God, you know it's bad when Realmuto, that ball gets by him, man. He, to me, is one of the best defensive catchers in the game.
Certainly was.
1-1 pitch. You have to wonder, too, with the injury to Bryce Harper, the ripple effect of that for the Phillies is they have some of their DHs having to play every day. With that, JT Realmuto, more innings caught than anyone else.
Yep.
And you have to wonder what the effect of that is on a man who's a terrific hitter.
We're seeing the effect of having 2 guys that can fill that role. If someone's feeling down, he's shouldering the load.
Right.
We see a rested guy every 2 days that comes out and gets quality at bats, makes good plays, calls good games. He's probably just worn out.
But Bryce Harper was the best DH in the league. I think he was embracing that position, not going out in the outfield and playing. He was so good.
Slowly hit to second. Orlando takes care of JT. 4 up, 4 down for Fried. 3 of them on the ground. And here's Nick Castellanos.
Perfect example of what makes Max so tough. He missed with a fastball out over, made the instant adjustment and came back with that fastball in. and then threw a disgusting 86-mile-an-hour changeup that had him out in front and rolled over to second base. It's pitching 101, but
Yeah, that's awesome.
Nick Castellanos, it's been a rough year. After coming over from Cincinnati, only 8 home runs, as Brian mentioned before. And the Braves have really held Castellanos down at the plate. In the first 7 games, this one, a little pop, is going to fall in safely. A blue pit, that's been the story of Max Fried's season. But for Castellanos, just the 5th hit in 31 at-bats against the Braves.
Well, hey, his 2nd hit in his career against Max Fried. He's 2 for 4 now.
Well, he earned that one, I tell you.
Yes, he did. Fastball up and in. He got jammed big time. Max missed his spot, and he's admitting it.
So he goes to the stretch for the first time with Alec Bohm coming up. Bohm's had a hot month, hitting .400 in July. Let's see if Fried can get a double play ground ball here. Nope, that one's rifled toward the gap in left center. Harris slides on the warning track. What a play. Runners will be at second and third with 1 out.
It's max effort out there in center field. Michael Harris trying to get to that ball, cut it off. Just an awesome job cutting that ball off. Man, I was hoping he'd slide up and hold that runner at first base, but Alec Bohm, pretty good runner. That's just an excellent play.
I mean, just remarkable. That saved a run for the moment and give Bohm his 14th double. So the Phillies come charging right back into second with second and third and 1 man out. Jairo Munoz is the hitter. He was called up on June the 14th. This one is on the ground foul. It's a strike.
You see what Max does. It's been very fastball slider heavy. First 5 batters. He gets a runner in scoring position, couple runners in scoring position, steps it up a little bit. First pitch breaking ball. Just options galore for Max.
So Bohm with a 10-game hitting streak at second. Castellanos is at third. And Munoz down a strike. The Phillies are without another key cog of their offense and their defense. That's Gene Segura. He's getting close to getting back to the big leagues. He had a workout here the other day and looked pretty good. They think he might be back in a week or so.
Well, I hope it's a week or so. I don't want to see him in that lineup.
Good pitch.
Wow.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Wow, he looked so bad on that pitch. Did he come back with that pitch? Because now he's saying there's no way he's going to throw that again. As a hitter, I'm saying no way he's throwing that again. I'm waiting for it.
As soon as you wait for that, though,
He's going to blow the fastball. I know.
Yeah.
I know.
1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. He did. Max Fried strikes out Munoz. His first punch out of the game. 2 outs and 2 aboard.
I think you'll agree, BJ, that I could tell you that one was coming and no one's going to swing at that. That is as tight as a curveball as in the game. Normally he throws that 1-0-0 that you get a little bit of a loop at. That 0-2 curveball right there had no loop at it whatsoever. Straight down.
So Bryson Stott is the Phillies shortstop. He's been a tough man to strike out. Only 5 times in his last 84 trips to the plate.
His first time facing Max Fried here.
Good luck, young man. Strike 1. Stott hitting 190, but has driven home 26 runs. Fried comes set ahead in the count. Little chopper. Matt Olson waits for the big hop, and it's spun by him. And the Phillies get 2 gift runs.
Guys, I knew that was going to happen. I played first base. You get a high hop like that, you can't take that chance. You got to come charging in because you don't know what that ball's going to do once it hits the ground. And that was a spinner right there. Just spun right away. Matt just waited. You got to attack that ball.
I'm not sure if he could have got to that because of the distance between. He was slowing down, trying to read the bounce, I'm pretty sure. But if he goes hard instantly, he might be able to get it.
Well, that's what I'm saying. You almost have to go hard because you don't know what that ball's going to do. It's spinning so much. And even in that, you go up and try to smother it. You don't sit there and wait. Wow. That's a tough break.
110-foot double for Stott. Scores 2 runs, and it's a 1-run game. And now former Brave Johan Camargo hits with a runner in scoring position. 2 soft hits for the Phillies, but it turns into 2 hard runs.
Well, I wonder what Ron Washington's going to say about that one.
Camargo, a switch hitter, as you'll recall. And Fried misfires badly there. It's an even count.
Those divisional rivals, guys. Nothing ever surprises me.
Throw the records out, right?
That's right.
1 ball, 1 strike. And that's outside. And as I said in the opening comments, it's worth repeating if you're just joining us. The Braves really have a wonderful opportunity to seize control of this division over the next 3 weeks. We've got 5 games with the Phillies. We've got 9 games coming up with the Mets. And 24 of the final 65 games are against the Mets and Phillies. Pop fly foul, even count, 2 balls, 2 strikes.
I think at the very least at the end of this series we can establish some separation, which is what we need to do. Let it be us and the Mets. 2-horse race.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, guys, it gets back to winning every series, and that's your goal.
Max Fried trying to get as dry as he can with this very important pitch to Camargo. Struck him out. Camargo caught looking. A bad bounce and a bad break, though, gives the Phillies their first 2 runs and a wild game. 3-2 after 2 at Citizens Bank. Ball is presented by our friends at Truist. We are through 2 in Philadelphia. Some defensive follies for both ball clubs here in the first 2 frames. We've got a 3-2 game. Braves in front with Dansby Swanson, Matt Olson, and Austin Riley coming up with their second look at Ranger Suarez. Dansby struck out, Olson struck out, and Riley popped out in their first visits to the plate. Let's see if they can get a couple of those runs back here in this Atlanta 3rd inning. Braves try to win their 59th game and get back to 20 games over 500.
Dansby saw a lot of off-speed pitches his first time up. Let's see if Suarez makes an adjustment.
Braves, as you know, have done such good work against left-handed pitching. Swanson is no stranger to that, hitting over 300 against southpaws this year. And with these changeups and curveballs, I would think this is a great chance for the Braves to use the big part of the field against Suarez. But then he sweeps that across the shoe tops and forces a foul ball.
He's doing a really good job at pitching backwards compared to what he normally does. We came into the game saying he throws that curveball about 5% of the time. It's been the main pitch that he's thrown to Dansby. What do you do now as a hitter if the game plan that you used to or you're prepared for has completely been thrown out?
Well, now you got to sit. Your approach has to be, I got to drive the ball the other way, because now in the back of my mind I'm looking for that curveball, but yet I got to be ready for that fastball, get my hands in on a fastball and just tap something over the first baseman's head if you have to. But it takes away that aggressiveness that you're used to.
Two-two count. Key walk in the second inning went to Orlando Arcia. That brought Harris up. His broken bat contact play turned into the throwing error and the first 2 runs for the Braves. Let's see if Dansby can reach with a 3-2 count. Scorched, foul. Dansby hanging tough, as he has done so often with 2 strikes. And what a gift that is, the ability to prolong at bats when you're down to your last swing.
It's the best thing about hitting, if you can do that and then force that pitcher to make that mistake.
Nobody on or out. Another 3-2. Broke his bat. And Suarez, a nice play. His peg to first. Out number 1. Matt Olson is the hitter. He's our Yellowwood, bringing the lumber feature.
Matt Olson's been doing a terrific job lately, guys. Hitting extra base hits, crushing the left-handed hitters. Look at that, at the top of the list. Most home runs versus left-hand pitchers.
Phillies play him as a dead pull hitter on the infield. A lot of room down the third base line if Matt wants to go the other way. Instead, he rolls over to first, and Hoskins makes the second out. So Austin Riley, the final hope in the third inning. The Braves rally came with 2 outs in the second. Let's see if Austin can start a similar spurt here in the third inning. Riley's 16-game hitting streak is the longest for a Brave this year, and the longest since Adam Duvall had a 16-game run last September. The streak began on July 5th. And Austin has 27 hits in that stretch. Swing and a shot. A bullet. That's going to one-hop the wall. Riley around first. He's flying to second. The throw is going to be off target. And Austin Riley is in safely. Here come the Braves. Another 2-out rally. And Riley with a 17-game hitting streak.
Man, he just continues to get it done. Tried to sneak a fastball by him inside. Oh, bring it on, big boy.
He's lucky that stayed in the park.
He is.
Yeah, a little bit of lift on that, and it's gone. Look at him chugging though. Look at those that away, Austin. He looked like Trey Turner the way he slid there.
So a hit means a run. D'Arnaud is the batter. D'Arnaud bounced out to first with the pitcher covering in the last inning. Braves have 3 runs, 3 hits. To short. Stott has it. And his throw is perfect. 3 ground ball outs for Rangers. Suarez. The lead is 1. Top of the order coming up for the Phillies.
Braves in front of the Phillies. Max Fried back out on the bump, and Phillies interim manager right there, Rob Thompson, with some really high praise for the Braves southpaw before the game. Former Olympic Canadian catcher in Rob Thompson, mind you, but he goes, you know, Max just has great stuff first and foremost, right? The 4-pitch mix, good velo, and good location. Second, not to be overlooked, but a great athlete who can field his position and hold runners on. He does a lot of good things, but what he pointed out last, guys, was it looks like Max has more experience than what he can really have at this point in his career. That's how he said it. And basically just talking about his composure out there on the mound. And what I noticed when he came into the dugout, guys, after that last inning, instead of maybe Matt Olson walking over to him, he walked over to Matt Olson, kind of patted him on the backside as to say, you know, I got you, sort of thing. And that, to me, is where I've seen a ton of growth from Max Fried this year. Peter, his leadership skills.
You're 100% right, Kelly. We've seen it every single time he goes out there, too. Nothing really seems to faze him, whether it's getting stepped on in Game 6 or whether it's bouncing a couple of curveballs in a row. He has the same kind of reaction, and he's able to make the adjustment and come back and just continue to dominate.
Well, he has such a good demeanor. You know, he's one of those guys as a hitter. When I go out there, I'm looking at him like, man, this dude has it. You know, you could just tell when he's on that mound, he's looking down and he's with that angry look.
Shot past first, and Matt Vierling has a hit with 2 strikes.
That's going to frustrate Max, because that's what kind of a perfectionist he is. He wants to come in with that fastball. He leaves it out over. He knows if he hits his spot, he's got no chance. Leaves it out over the plate, gives him every chance to just put the barrel on the ball and do what we've been seeing guys do so much this year, is just drive that ball to right field.
So Vierling, who's played 6 different defensive positions for the Phillies this year, has his first hit of the series. And now Kyle Schwarber is coming up. Remember, Arcia robbed him of a hit up the middle. That was in the first inning. He's a candidate for 2 if you can get a ground ball.
I think Max was as shocked as everyone when he saw him square around the bunt there.
Good strategy, though. Trying to keep guys guessing.
Schwarber's hit into 8 double plays this year. Their team leader is Nick Castellanos, who's been involved in 12 double plays.
I think the analytical guys probably held their chest after watching him square around.
Did it again.
Wow.
That's a man that's not bunted very much.
Exactly. But willing to sacrifice for the team,
Sure.
get that runner over there to try to tie the ball game up.
Do you think it's a team? You think it's a manager-initiated bunt signal, or you think
Absolutely
he's doing
not. He's doing that on his own.
Okay.
Schwarber does have 1 sacrifice bunt this year.
Why not with that shift? Jeez.
That's why not. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Wow, you got that whole side of the field. Oh,
now,
my goodness.
Now you have to make sure you make your pitch, because he's given up 2 strikes. You can't allow something. But yeah, that's not how everything that I've ever been taught. That's all we did as pitchers in spring training was bunt and run.
Right.
So I know how to bunt.
You got to come
sure.
from the top to the bottom. He dropped his bat down. You can't bunt like that. You're right.
Feeling leads at first. The pitch. Fly ball center. And right at Harris. No advance of the runner. And Schwarber is out number 1. So that was interesting.
It's what people have been screaming for, but now you really see that it's not as easy as you want it to be.
Well, if you're not going to work on it constantly, it's tough to do, guys. Sure. Especially off a pitcher like Max Fried. You got 5 different pitches. You don't know what's coming at you.
Look, it's a different game with the DH in the National League. And for those of us used to seeing the pitchers hit, it's still jarring to see 95 games into a season, a National League team with 4 sacrifice bunts. And that's the Phillies total. Bunts off here with 1 out, and Hoskins up. Riley retired him on a ground ball down the line. 3-2, Braves have the lead. Hoskins has hit into 6 double plays. And ordinarily is a very patient hitter. Sees a lot of pitches. He's down on the first one he's seen from Fried in the 3rd.
Max is getting pretty frustrated with that pitch. That's 2 in a row that he's left 1 out over and then 1 up. He's trying to get that down and into Reese. That's a perfect ground ball pitch.
That was inside the box, though, up in the zone. Probably wanted that strike.
Fearling has a very short lead with Fried's great pickoff move. And he takes off. Pitches a ball. The throw to second is going to be late. So Fearling has his 4th stolen base. And the tying run is in scoring position with 1 out.
Wow, he obviously saw something in Max Fried because he got a great jump.
First move looked like he just decided to go first move. Took a guess and it paid off. Another reason Max is going to be frustrated. He doesn't allow stolen bases.
So a single and a steal. Hoskins now ahead in the count. 2 balls and a strike. They shade him around toward right field. As Fried comes to the belt. It's 2-2.
My original thought process there was, does the strategy change because he's now in scoring position? You're not trying to get that ground ball. You're more looking for maybe a punch out. But no, he went straight back to that slider down and in. Made the best pitch of the at-bat, probably. Maybe sinker away here will get him to swing and miss.
Realmuto's on deck. The term you guys used was shake off some of the rust.
Yep.
9 days since Max last pitched. He's got good stuff. But he's already thrown 43 pitches and he's had base runners in these last 2 innings. Full count.
Walk isn't the worst thing here either.
Yeah, if you walk him or lose him, I should say, you do have the double play in order. As Hoskins now will live to see another pitch. As we said, this is what he does. He's averaging almost 4.5 pitches per plate appearance. He can grind down a pitching staff. Struck him out. Right on by Rhys Hoskins. Max Fried with his 3rd strikeout.
Looked like that was a little cutter. That was 92 miles an hour slider,
It
maybe?
looked like it was supposed to be a slider, but I think it just might have, I mean, it had a little bit of action on it, but more of a cut action.
Yeah.
It worked. It was something different that Reese hadn't seen.
It's a big out.
The second of the inning, and now Real Muto the batter. Braves by a run. Phillies have a 2-out threat in the home third. There's the big curveball. Line drive left field, base hit. Feeling around third, he's going to score, and the Phillies have tied the game. All three Phillies runs have come with 2 outs. So we start anew here in game 1.
Trying to go down again. Balls just keeps creeping up. I think Max is having real trouble finishing with that, whether it's grip or whether it's the fact that he's had an extended period off. Balls that he's trying to get down and in are just, he's leaving them up and over right now.
Is that the hardest thing to get back after such a long break, keeping the ball down in the zone? We saw Ian, throwing a lot of high fastballs yesterday.
I think it's just going to take every one of these guys to get back into their regular routine. The extended 8-day break, All-Star break, flying out to LA, flying back. It was a big week for him. Another week of regular bullpen action, regular routine, and I think he'd have that back. It's not like when you're coming back from injury, like I talked about a couple of weeks ago, when you're going to have that extended period where you're trying to find it. It's only been a 4-day extension of it from a normal in-between start period. That's not going to affect him too much. It's just going to be the crispness which you're seeing tonight.
Castellanos had a soft single and scored the first Phillies run. He has a 1-1 count. Up again. We saw this with Ian Anderson at home yesterday. But uncharacteristically, Max Fried already to 50 pitches, and he's not through the third inning. Runner goes, swing and a miss. The throw is high and into center field, but no further advance. So the Phillies with 2 stolen bases in this inning.
They have something on Max's pickoff move. He does. He's doing. You can tip a pickoff move as well as you can tip a pitch. Max is tipping when he's going to the plate because that's 2 easy stolen bases that he never allows.
Right.
What do you think they're seeing?
I think it's either something with the glove, with his head turn. They know that he's going to the plate with something that he's doing throughout his routine. It could be the amount of time that he counts looking at the runner. It could be when he turns his head. There's so many factors. It could be the arm lift.
And so a stolen base has already loomed large in this inning. The hit that followed that turned into the game-time run.
Just first move. Looked like he just went first move.
I think he just went.
Yeah.
Once he blew the air out, he take off. He hasn't shown the move all day. Only one time, yeah.
On the ground right to Dansby. And his throw to first is on the money, and that will retire the side. A run, 2 hits, 2 steals, and the Phillies and Braves are tied 3-3 heading to the 4th. After 3 in Philadelphia. Fans, the Red Hot Chili Peppers are coming to Truist Park August 10th. The 2022 Global Stadium Tour is their first tour in 5 years, with openers including the Strokes and Thundercat. Get your tickets to enjoy career-spanning hits as well as new music from their upcoming album at braves.com/RHCP. You like the Peppers, don't you?
I do like the Peppers. How'd you know?
Humming it on the bus ride to the ballpark today. I kind of put 2 and 2 together. So a couple of crazy plays in tonight's game. One benefited the Braves, one's hurt the Braves, and so we are even heading to the 4th inning with Ozuna Contreras and Orlando Arcia coming up against Ranger Suarez. Ozuna singled and scored his first time up.
This lineup needs Ozuna's power to come back, get him to be more consistent.
Ranger Suarez wearing out the infield grass. He has 6 groundouts. He has a couple of strikeouts. The Braves have 3 runs on 3 hits in the game. And an even count. Ranger Suarez had some back spasm problems, but was good enough to go 5 innings against the Marlins for his last win. Phillies won that game 10-0. Right now the Braves, it seems, aren't able to time his off-speed stuff.
Well, he's done a great job of keeping it down in the zone.
Look, he's not a guy throwing 91. He's got a legit fastball. He's 93, 94 to go along with that slow stuff.
You're seeing a ton of broken bats from the Braves guys who are looking for that sinker changeup out over, and he's busting them with either a cutter or that maybe a 4-seam that's 94, 95 miles an hour. That was an attempted front door, left-handed Greg Maddux style front door sinker. Didn't quite work out, but the fact that he's trying it, he's just working backwards, working differently than what the Braves are used to seeing from him.
He's also setting him up for this changeup down and away.
And Marcel couldn't connect. He's down on strikes. 1 away in the top of the 4th.
Again, 2 high fastballs changing the eye level, and he goes back down with that nasty slider. Slider change. Peter gave me the look.
Don't worry, Brian. I get that look, too. Here's Contreras. He singled and scored. He shot a ball through the right side of the Phillies infield,
which is a great sign for him. Get back to right center field and everything becomes easy.
Park like this, Brian, is it hard to not fall into bad habits and try to yank everything into that short left field porch?
No, it's tough. It's tough when you come into ballparks like this in Cincinnati. You go there with your eyes wide open trying to hit home runs, and you walk away 0 for 7, 0 for 8. So you try not to get big. You got to stay within your game. It will come.
And if you barrel a ball in this place, it will go, especially with the wind blowing straight out ever so gently. But it is a favorable hitter's wind tonight. And that's off the plate, ball 3. For William Contreras, the Braves all-star designated hitter.
No, he's not missing with that changeup away.
We're in the 4th inning, and Suarez has thrown 65 pitches. He's gotten 10 swings and misses in the game. This one on the ground. Camargo sets his feet and throws a strike. Another ground ball out, and 2 are away. Orlando Arcia is the hitter. A key walk in the Braves' second. He's our Georgia Natural Gas impact player.
This season against the East, man, that's when he rises up. Perfect 346 batting average, 10 runs, 10 RBIs, getting it done.
He scored on a wild pitch. That's a huge play in this game. That's the third and final run the Braves have scored. Let's be honest, the bad Phillies defense is why the Braves have scored 3 to this point. Suarez has been tough with 7 groundouts, 3 strikeouts.
Sneaky fastball right there, Peter.
He's just doing a really good job of keeping the hitters off balance, throwing exactly what they're not looking for every single time. They seem to be looking for the exact opposite.
Another broken bat. That's at least 4 of them.
Oh my.
And the inning is over. 3 up, 3 down in the Atlanta 4th. Max Fried goes back to work.
Your local Ford dealer. Delta Airlines. Keep climbing. And by Truist. When you start with care, you get a different kind of bank.
Beautiful night in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Good crowd here at Citizens Bank Park. All the bonus babies are out, and they've seen an entertaining start. 3-3 game heading to the home 4th inning. Alec Bohm, Jairo Munoz, and Bryson Stott are coming up to face Max Fried. On the ground, foul past third for Alec Bohm, who's the Phillies' designated hitter.
It's more likely to get a nice quick inning and get Max back in there well rested and have a nice long offensive inning. Score a couple of runs, Beach, a couple of homers.
Bohm jumped on his first pitch last at bat, hit a bullet for a double left center field. Threw a changeup first at bat here.
Looper and out of reach of Arcia. So last inning, the Phillies had a couple of singles. They also stole a couple of bases. One of those steals turned into the game-tying run. Peter mentioned, Kelly, that he thinks Max Fried is tipping something with that pickoff move. Have the Braves figured out what that could be?
Well, let's keep a close eye on it, but I did watch when Max came into the dugout. Of course, he got with Cranny, Darno, and went straight to the iPad. And all I know is after a few seconds of looking through video, you could see the visible frustration and almost like dropping his head back, like, really? So I think they've figured something out, but certainly right now, this has been a frustrating night for Max, just in general, I think, guys.
So he can bait them here with using that tip and try and pick him off.
Kept his eyes on Alec Bohm as he made his move to the plate, and Munoz couldn't catch up to a curveball.
He slowed everything down with that, lifting that front leg.
He saw first base coach go over there to Alec Bohm and have a whisper to say maybe they've figured it out.
Didn't move a muscle that time as Max misses low. 1 ball, 1 strike. Max takes such great pride in his defensive work, his ability to stop and change the running game. And the stolen base game, let's face it, with the ball not traveling as it did in years past, it's becoming a bigger and bigger part of opposing teams' offensive game plans.
Well, just like if you know that a fastball is coming first pitch, you can be prepared for it. If you know when a guy's going to pick off and when he's not, you can effectively take off the minute he does that tell.
Munoz struck out his first and only time up. And Fried has him at his mercy. 1 ball, 2 strikes now.
It also really shows us the importance of having an iPad in the dugout. Years past, maybe the video guy is able to pick something up, or maybe the pitching coach runs up in between and tries to figure something out. But without the iPads in the dugout, you're not going to know what you've done. Within 5 seconds, Max goes, okay, I can fix this now, and we're not letting them run like a track meet.
Low, 2-2.
Even there, you saw Contreras looking at his last at bat to see what adjustments he has to make.
Swing and he missed. Pulled a string on Munoz, who strikes out for the 2nd time. 1 on, 1 out, and here's Stott.
Part of pitching is obviously the running game, but the fact that he's able to throw 3 perfect breaking balls while changing his pace to his times to the plate, making sure the runner doesn't go anywhere from first. And as I said, he was 1-5 his first pitch to the plate, 1 second, and then all of a sudden he's able to slide step and throw the same breaking ball. That's pitching. That's something that guys that when they first come up here they struggle with. That's what speeding up the game means.
Stott hit that high hopping and then spinning ball to first that bounced away from Matt Olson, but he'll be made short work of here by Fried, who gets him for the 2nd out, and Johan Camargo is the hitter.
Thank you very much. Swinging at that first pitch.
Yeah, you know, Brian, you said it earlier. The one thing you love about Max, you make him mad, he is able to take his game to another level, and you can just see some of the steam coming out of his ears after that 3rd inning where the Phillies stole a couple of bags against him.
Something that hasn't happened to him in his career. I haven't seen 2 stolen bases off Max Fried in his career. He's been that good with that move to first base.
Camargo pushed off the plate. He struck out his first time up. Well, you look at Alec Boehm leading off from first base. It reminds you so much of Jason Worth.
He does.
In the dirt. Built so similarly. Wears the same number. Just doesn't look like the caveman from the auto insurance commercials.
Well, I did see him during the anthem when he had the number on and his back was turned to me, and I had flashbacks of those late 2000s. Boy, it was a tough place to come and play here.
So were they flashbacks or nightmares?
Oh, both.
That's understandable. 2 balls, no strikes. Line to left. Ozuna will play that on a hop. So we go back to the top. 2 on, 2 out. Go ahead run now in scoring position for Max Fried. Giving up 7 hits.
Johan Camargo knows Max Fried, played with him, got the count in his favor. Aggressive hitting right there.
Fearling singled, stole 2nd, and scored the tying run back in the 3rd inning. 3 2-out hits so far for the Phillies. All 3 of their runs have come courtesy of those 2-out hits.
That's a good location. He can stay consistent there for the rest of the game.
That's the spot he's been trying to go to with that slider. Finally got a fastball in there too.
And you said it, Peter, before the game. You know, he's going to have some rust. He has to get back on the mound and figure things out.
Even that miss there, Travis, good spot. That's where you want to miss with that fastball. When he missed up over, he was able to put barrel on it.
And just shoot it past Olson. And toward the right field corner. Another miss. Arm side. You see Max wiping his hand now to the rosin. It is warm and muggy. Popped him up. Breaking ball. And Dansby Swanson says he has it. Looks up into the purple skies and hauls it in for out number 3. The Phillies strand a pair in the 4th. Harris, Acuna, and Swanson are coming up. We're still tied. Partnership with Major League Baseball and the MLB Players Association. The Braves are proud to host the Hank Aaron Invitational this Sunday, July 31st at 8 p.m. after the Braves and Diamondbacks play. The annual event hosts the top 44 elite high school baseball players for a showcase at Truist Park. It's a free ticketed event, so make sure to reserve your seats today at braves.com/Hank. Michael Harris leads off the Atlanta 5th inning. His broken bat ground ball to third turned into a 2-base 2-run error. In the 2nd inning.
On the wrong person.
You're still saying it's Hoskins who should have gotten the error and not Camargo?
Yeah, yes. But it's tough to give an error on footwork, so that's where the error has to go to Camargo.
That was a rarity. The first one for Camargo and over 150 chances at third base. Well, you'd really like to see the Braves work over Suarez for a long inning here. He's at 71 pitches, 9-1-2 on the card coming up. And Harris didn't get that. A sweeping breaking ball for strikeout number 4.
You mentioned it, Chip. The starting pitching's been better for these guys, which has allowed the bullpen to get more rest, which has allowed them to be better. The problem has been the offense, and we need to take a little bit of that pressure off and somehow figure out Suarez. But right now he's doing such a good job at keeping everybody off balance.
He's gotten Ronald to ground out twice.
The ever talked about third time through the lineup has just hit us. I'll be interested to see how we make an adjustment now.
He's just throwing the disappearing baseball right now. Change-up after change-up. And you'd say, well, go ahead and move up in the box. Well, as I said, he's throwing 94. He is not a soft tossing left-hander. That miss there. 2 balls and a strike.
The assumption is now he's moved his feet. He's got him to swing at a changeup when he was behind in the count last time. As a pitcher, I think he's going to come with that changeup again, BJ.
Suarez has set down 5 straight hitters, 8 of the last 9. Acuna ahead in the count. Scorched and through a base hit.
And that's why I'm talking about pitching up here.
You could be wrong occasionally.
Yes,
every now and then.
Good to see Acuna get that head of the bat out there and pull that ball in for a single. His first hit of the night.
So if you think about taking some revenge on the base paths against the Phillies, you've got a couple of problems. One, a left-handed pitcher on the mound. But JT Realmuto is one of the fastest catch it and throw it guys behind the plate.
Like I said, Realmuto, one of the best catchers in the game. You better get a great jump.
But with Ronald at first and Hoskins holding him there, an inviting hole for Dansby on the right side. He throws you one of those changeups, Brian. You could just play pepper and shoot the ball the other way. But easier said than done against Suarez, who's been very impressive tonight. The Phillies bullpen is busy. Nick Nelson is up first. No balls and a strike. Close play at first. Beg your pardon, that is Andrew Bellotti up in the bullpen for the Phillies. Not Nick Nelson, but he is Mr. Nelson, part of the Phillies relief crew. No balls and a strike. Down the line at third. Camargo off balance throw to second. Pretty play and a double play.
Wow.
Camargo's always had a great arm. And that ends the Braves' fifth inning threat in a around the horn twin killing. Tie game, bottom of the fifth inning in Philadelphia. Braves country represents your alma mater this year at Truist Park. College Nights ticket packages are available. You get a Braves co-branded stadium seat and a Braves game ticket. Upcoming nights include Kennesaw State on August 16th, Tennessee on August 18th, and Clemson on August 21st. Get your tickets today for the ever popular College Nights at Braves.com. So Max Fried's got to go back to work here. Tied 3-3. Schwarber, Hoskins, and Real Muto coming up. That trio is 1 for 6.
Looks like Dano got one off the toe. Oh, maybe not the toe.
Wow. Guys, I was talking about this Phillies team, how good they were when they score more than 4 runs. 40-16 when they score more than 4 runs, guys. 21 out of 23 games. They've been unbelievable, but scoring fewer than 4, guys, they've been 9-30 this season.
So if Max in the Braves bullpen pitches a shutout the rest of the way, you like your chances. But this is a tough inning with the Phillies 2, 3, 4 hitters coming up. The Braves play Schwarber as a dead pull hitter on the infield. And that's a strike.
Look at Schwarber's face. He just went lefty-lefty changeup.
Tom Glavine said that was a career-changing pitch for him when he got to New York. Threw that much more frequently. Yeah, it did the same thing for Cole Hamels, if you remember. He was the first guy that I saw that was able to really locate a changeup on the inside part of the plate to a right-handed hitter, and effectively, because we'd always been told, oh, you don't want to come down into a lefty, down into a righty, it's their honey hole. But they've made it work. Fried peers in with his 1-2 pitch. Full count. Ranger Suarez looking on in a tie game. Phillies bullpen continues to work. 3-2 pitch. He went around, and Max Fried with a beautiful pitch has strikeout number 5, Peter.
Went back to that curveball that's been the most effective off-speed pitch tonight. I feel like he's got a little bit more grip of this one and just ripped on that one. A perfect pitch.
Rhys Hoskins is 0 for 2.
Max has been pounding Rhys in with fastballs and sliders all day. I was wondering what the plan would be third time through. First pitch, sinker away.
Fly ball to right. Acuna going back to the warning track and has room in front of Max's pretty picture on the scoreboard. Rhys Hoskins is retired, 2 outs. Top 3 hitters for the Phillies, 1 for 9 at the plate. This part of the lineup, however, has been a little more problematic, starting with JT Realmuto, who's 1 for 2 with an RBI. Connor Brogdon is up in the Phillies bullpen. We'll see if he comes on for the 6th. I don't know if anybody can pitch any better against this Braves lineup than Ranger Suarez has.
I'll be happy to see him not come back out. Pitched 5 shutout innings against the Marlins his last time. Maybe they have him on the pitch counter after coming off the IL.
That's into the seats. Out of play foul.
I would say a lot of it might have to do with Austin Riley. Austin Riley's going to be up second next inning. There is the 3-batter minimum. You can't let him come in and only face one guy and then bring a guy in. So I think the decision's made for him because he doesn't want to face the hottest hitter in baseball.
1-1 pitch. And then after Olsen, not only is it Riley, d'Arnaud, Ozuna, Contreras, Arce, all right-hand hitters. As that foul ball is wedged under the iron railing.
He is working hard.
2-2 for JT. And victory. That's a hard-earned souvenir.
Pete, you would love to pitch with that ball.
Give me that right now. I'll be sinking and sliding that thing all over the place. That's what guys that obviously umpires, if they instigate it, they want to throw the scuff balls out. But I could never understand why catchers would do it.
Swing and a miss. Big inning for Max Fried. A 1-2-3 frame. His first one of those since inning number 1. He has struck out 6. And the heart of the order is coming up.
We're back in the 6th, tied at 3. Austin Riley leading things off for the Braves this inning. Of course, extended the league's longest hitting streak in the 3rd, up to 17 now for Austin Riley. And in catching up with Matt Olson this afternoon, I thought it was interesting to hear him just say, you know, I knew what he did last year, but I really didn't get to see a lot of him. It's been fun to watch, fun to be on his team. It's impressive to have the approach he has at such a young age, hitting for average and power, and he's just in command of every plate appearance, he said. But of course, BJ, you know how he ended this, right? When he said, it's also not bad getting a hit behind him. So, but just really impressed with the work he's done over this stretch, hitting a cool since what, July 5th, guys? 431. Not too bad, Austin Riley. Not too bad.
You're right, Kelly. He has been cruising along, feeling really comfortable at the plate, driving balls all over the field. And yes, if I'm Matt Olson, I love the protection.
So we'll try to take the lead off Connor Brogdon, who's had a resurgent run since coming back from AAA. A 1.06 ERA since May the 8th. He has not walked a hitter in his last 12 games. In fact, the last man he walked was a Brave on May the 25th in Atlanta. And that is a big news story for this Phillies bullpen, which, as I mentioned earlier, has really been picked up, Peter, by their terrific starting staff.
Yeah, they've done a great job at extending themselves into games and giving the bullpen a chance to get some rest. But Connor Brogdon, he flip-flopped his two main pitches. He predominantly throws a changeup 45% of the time, BJ.
Wow.
And then comes with a four-seam and a cutter as well.
So it's Brogdon versus Olson, Riley, and d'Arnaud. That man he walked, by the way, in Atlanta was William Contreras, who's lurking on the lineup card here. All three Braves runs came in the second inning. A 2-run throwing error and a wild pitch. The Phillies got 2 in the second, 1 in the third. Pop fly foul, 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Wow, that's a pitch that Matt Olson usually handles. A fastball up and in, just missed it. You see the frustration in his face. His eyes just lit up.
Since Rob Thompson became the manager of the Phillies, their bullpen has faced the second fewest number of hitters in the big leagues. And have pitched to a sub-3 ERA. So the Braves will have their hands full here in a tie game tonight. And Matt didn't get that. He pulled a string on it and swing and a miss. Olson's retired on strikes. 1 man out.
Pulled the string.
Riley.
Pulled the string on that changeup.
Riley doubled with 2 outs in the third inning. Braves have 2 hits since the end of the second tonight. Riley's knock, though, extended his batting streak to a career best 17 straight games. Line drive, hammer to left. That ball is high off the top of the wall. Schwarber drops it, and Riley's going to head to second.
That hit the railing, didn't it? Was that in play?
Has to go over the railing. A bullet that Schwarber turned around, fielded. Braves will take a look and make sure it didn't go over the railing. And that's one of the difficult features of this ballpark. There's no yellow line on that metal railing above the fence to help the umpires, broadcasters, or fans tell if it went into the seats or not. But an absolute rocket from Riley. Oh, just missed.
Man, that was a bullet off the bat.
Well, now you got to get him home.
Should have left Suarez in.
Are you from Philadelphia?
No, I'm just saying that sometimes the moves just make themselves.
This one popped up on the first pitch. And Schwarber settles under that. d'Arnaud 0 for 3. And Marcell Ozuna, the final hope for the Braves in the 6th.
Look how comfortable Riley is. A fastball up in the zone, in. How quickly he just got the head of the bat out there. Man, he is in the groove.
If that guy makes that catch, it might be a home run. I think they'd call it back with the video replay now, but back in the day, that would have been a home run.
Oh, we can't leave Riley stranded again. Ozuna hopefully come up with a big hit here.
Brogdon has gone 7 1/3 innings of scoreless relief over his last 7 games plus tonight's work.
Good thing about Brogdon, instead of Suarez, got a fastball changeup. That's only 2 pitches, so you're sitting on that fastball.
Riley's double, by the way, clocked at 109 miles an hour. He hit that ball so hard it almost went through the wrought iron barrier above the fence at Citizens Bank. And 25 doubles for the Braves third baseman. Even count for Ozuna. That one gets away all the way to the backstop. And Riley moves up. Very wild pitch from Brogdon. Go ahead run 90 feet away.
In the Australian team, we're not exactly known for our offense. As you see him pull the changeup here, JT tried to do all he can, hit the side of the plate and just bounced over his head. We have a motto in the Australian team when we're struggling, which is all the time with offense. We play for the pass ball. So right now you see Riley's got to be ready for that. He's just pulled one.
Maybe he'll shy away from that pitch and groove a fastball. Sell ahead in the count. Nope. Came right back with it. Well, we've said it before. If a pitcher throws a successful pitch 3-1, he might do it 3-2. Is the same true 2-1 and 2-2, Peter? We're about to find out.
I think so, Peter. After that swing, I would come right back with it.
Fought off a 95-mile-an-hour fastball on the inner half. Braves, as you know, and we've said it before, have been so good all year with 2 outs. All 3 of their runs with 2 outs tonight. Same for the Phillies. We're tied 3 apiece.
That's a bad non-competitive pitch there.
Contreras is on deck.
He's definitely going to throw the changeup again right here.
First base open.
Two shakes. Now he's ready with a 3-2 pitch. Rolled over, slowly hit toward third. Camargo, bare hand, can't make the play. And the Braves get an infield hit and the lead.
Don't have to hit it hard, Peter. Just got to place it. And there, I thought Johan, with his arm, might have a play there.
I think he was playing pretty deep because Ozuna was up. Yeah, he was. Look at that. That's a tough play. Changeup, pretty good pitch, 3-2. Was able to put some barrel on it.
I think the ball jumped to his right where he had to kind of reach for it at the last second, so he was off balance.
So Max Fried back in front. 4-3 Atlanta. All 4 runs with 2 outs. And that ends Brogdon's impressive scoreless streak in relief.
How about Ozuna? His second hit of the ball game, playing left field. Hey, that's a line drive in my book, Peter. Come on. It's an RBI line drive all day long.
It's funny, you get confidence and so does the pitcher from that same swing.
Contreras a hit and a run tonight.
That's the pitch right there that's giving him a lot of trouble. He's just hesitating on it instead of just letting his instincts take over and drive that ball over the left field wall.
Turn that one loose. Those of you who keep track of exit velocity on hits, for Marcel tonight, his first hit 107 off the bat. His second 54 miles per hour off the bat. But the second one has put the Braves in front. And now Contreras, a 2-2 count.
You can see what makes that changeup so effective. He really gets a lot of side spin on it, but he keeps his arm speed the same as his fastball. Just spins sideways and never gets to the plate.
Good at bat right here by Contreras.
Arcia would love to swing the bat in the 6th. But first, Contreras awaits a 3-2 pitch. The flying feet of Marcell Ozuna will be in play here. He'll be running with a full count. There he goes. Little fly ball into shallow center field. That ball is going to be caught on a dive by Vierling. And that will retire the side. A lot of backspin, and that baby hung up for Matt Vierling. But Ozuna's infield hit turns to gold, and the Braves reclaim the lead. Braves country, the teams are set. The Smack Talk has started. Join us with some of your favorite former Braves. Team Jordan defends his home run title against Team Francoeur in our alumni home run derby. That's coming up Saturday at 5:30 Eastern on Valley Sports Southeast and the Valley Sports app. Saw Brian working out today in the hotel gym, getting ready for the home run competition.
That's right, man. I was lifting the 100-pound ball, trying to spin and get my obliques strong enough.
Yeah, that's just what you need to get stronger. Yeah.
Oh, man, it's going to be fun.
Alec Bohm almost went in the batter's box and batted out of order. Nick Castellanos is the first hitter due against Max Fried. Then it's Bohm. Then it's Jairo Munoz.
I haven't seen that since junior baseball. He used to have to sit on the bench in our batting order so he wouldn't get out of line.
Bohm has 2 hits. He's running up to the plate.
So, fellas, Max Fried, he's retired 6 of the last 7 hitters.
Yep.
He has struck out 3 of those Phillies batsmen. Big inning for him.
I feel like I say this every time Max goes out, but his ability to adjust when things aren't going the way they're supposed to be. Case in point tonight, he hasn't had a slider for the last 3 innings. So he's gone to the breaking ball so much, and it's been effective. This was the pitch that got him to the big leagues effectively. Now he's gone back to it at a time where he doesn't have one of his major weapons. He's also been going with that changeup a lot to right-handed hitters too.
And you also said, you know, 9-day break. He's going to be a little rusty. Didn't have the command that we're used to seeing early in the game, but he's gained that command back. But again, made the adjustments too, like you're saying. Now he's using that curveball and a lot of swings and misses.
Didn't mean to interrupt you there, Brian.
No problem.
My apologies. 1 ball, 2 strikes for Castellanos, who has singled and scored tonight. I wonder too, though, Peter, if Max Fried, watching and observing the game, sees a fellow left-handed pitcher facing his lineup having a lot of success with the curveball and changeup. Would he alter his game plan seeing that?
No, you're facing 2 different lineups. So the game plan for the Phillies is totally different to the game plan you'd have against the Braves. I just think that he honestly hasn't had a lot of feel for that slider, which is, you saw him in the first couple of bats against Castellanos try to get that pitch down and in to Nick, and he just wasn't able to do it.
That's served out of play, foul.
So what do you do as an ace? You go to your 3rd and 4th weapons and you figure it out, and he has done that. He's figured out that his changeup's going to be effective against the righties. He's gone back to that curveball against right-handers as well. He's used that for his breaking ball against left-handers. He's figured it out. We've got the lead. 6th inning. It's what aces do. They give you a chance to win every night, BJ.
Pitch count is reasonable, 86 of them, as he battles with Castellanos here. A ball and 2 strikes. And another shot inside the line with 2 strikes. Castellanos thinks about moving up, and he's got a leadoff hit and represents the tying run.
Nice job by Ronald attacking that ball, getting that ball quickly, picking it up, and making sure Castellanos doesn't get to second base. But you see a missed spot again up in the zone, which allows him to put barrel on that ball, and that's the 2nd time we've seen them almost be late on a fastball and just get lucky.
Yeah, you're right. Excellent job by Acuna attacking that ball, holding him to a single. Out of the box, I think Nick thought he had a double.
Bohm is a double play candidate. He's hit into 10 of them. He's also 2 for 2 tonight. Out of play, strike 1.
3 first pitch swings tonight, BJ, from
Bomb,
Yeah.
I don't
being
blame him.
aggressive, yeah. Why
Want to
not?
get to 2 strikes against Max when he has his plus stuff. As we said, Bohm's having a heck of a month. He's 7 for his last 13 at the plate. Entered action tonight, hitting .400 in July. Stride paints a corner. Make a good pitch with 2 strikes here. And he just did. 7 strikeouts for Max Fried. 1 on, 1 out.
And that's exactly why you see Baum swinging early in the count, because he don't want to get to that nasty stuff late. Really good curveball.
And the worst part about that for a hitter, I'm sure, is that he's misfired a couple of fastballs up and away, which would have looked exactly like that pitch, except that's the curveball that dumps in at 72 miles an hour and he can't pull the trigger.
That's how Fried retired Bohm. Now he'll try to get Jairo Munoz, who has struck out swinging twice.
He is struggling on that curveball, Munoz. He cannot stay back on it.
Runner goes. Curveball slowly hit. Max pounces, spins, fires, and everybody's safe.
Wow, Munoz got down that line very quickly. I didn't think he was that fast. I thought Fried did a great job getting to that ball really quick. I thought he was in position to make a great play here. Again, the runner was going.
It might have been a situation where trying to get the runner moving because of Munoz last at bat. You saw he actually struggled against that curveball. Maybe get the runners in motion, stay out of the double play.
So after Fried's sprint to the third base line, good move here by d'Arnaud to go out and give Max an extra breath or two. The Braves bullpen is going to start working as Bryson Stott is the Philadelphia hitter. Before he hopefully hits into a double play, let's step aside for a quick word from Zaxby's.
Fried chicken salad under 600 calories with the dressing? You better believe it. Only at Zaxby's.
Stott has a 2-run double. That was the high hopper that Matt Olson was hoping to get a convenient hop on at first base. It spun hard to his left for a 2-run double, and then he flied out last time up. Didn't chase it. 1 ball, no strikes.
I think Max is going to have to go with a sinker in combination here because he just doesn't have the feel for that slider, and he can't throw the changeup left. I'm sure he can, but he's not going to throw it in this count. So look for fastballs, sinkers in. That's another attempted slider down in a way that he just cannot get that pitch to that point.
And with every pitch, Peter, he's wiping that left back uniform pocket. As you see the Braves bullpen, Jesse Chavez the righty, Dylan Lee is the lefty. The Braves protecting a 1-run lead here in the bottom of the 6th.
Use Stott's aggressive against him. Sinker down, ground ball double play right here.
But it's 3-0. Don't throw this kid a cookie.
I was about to say, I don't think this kid is going to swing 3-0 here. He wants to get on that base.
Same situation as the 2-0 pitch here. You can use his want to be the hero. 8-hole hitter, sorry. Chance to drive in some runs, be a hero.
Back-to-back fastballs. So Fried back in the count. This could be a huge momentum swing if he could retire Stott here and keep the runners at first and second at the very least. The runners lead. The payoff pitch.
In this situation with Max Fried not being able to grip, normally he would probably come back with a curveball here, right?
No, he'd probably throw that slider. I think that's been his go-to pitch for the majority of the year, but I think with his only breaking ball he has right now is that curveball. So if you're going to see a breaking ball, it'll be that big curveball.
Struck him out. He comes all the way back from 3-0 to strike out Stott, who has words with Todd Tichenor as he picks up the bat and heads to the Phillies dugout.
I don't know what he's worried about. He took a 3-1 fastball that was perfect, and then he took a 3-2 fastball that was a better pitch. It was still a strike. If you're not up there trying to swing, I don't know what you're doing.
Yeah, I mean, 3-2 count, you've got to be swinging at that pitch. He was looking for a walk the whole time.
Should be tossed out of the game after reacting like that, too.
Yeah, you can't flip the bat like that. Show up the umpire.
So Fried has 2 on and 2 out, and Johan Camargo in the box, leading by a run.
Fell behind Camargo his last at bat, 2-0 count. Camargo hits a bullet for a single. Working ahead right here.
Camargo's the 9th place hitter for the Phillies.
He finally is able to throw that pitch in a location that he wants, and Camargo doesn't even offer at it. Is that a hitter saying, if I see that slider spin, lay off because you can't control it?
I'm waiting on that fastball. He fell behind 2-0 last time. You gave me that fastball, hit a single.
That floated in over the outside corner. Even count.
Camargo struck out on that curveball his first at bat. So he is sitting on a fastball.
Ooh, that was close, just a bit too high.
Game of inches. Oh my.
We said in the open, the two teams going in opposite directions, but you can really feel that the Phillies are fighting for their lives right now.
Yeah.
2-1 count. Little squibber, Fried racing gloves, flips to Olsen at the bag, and that'll end the inning.
Athletic guys.
If he doesn't make that play, we got big problems. What a grab by Max Fried. Sprinter speed, the reach, and the glove flip, and Olsen right there to strand 2 Phillies after 6. Thank you, Trevor. Here in Philadelphia, 4-3. Max Fried really had to grind his way through 6 innings with Mr. Alvarado coming on out of the Philadelphia bullpen. Jose wants some mound work done on the front slope of the hill. He will take over and face the Braves 8, 9, and 1 hitters, with the Phillies trailing the Braves by a 4-3 score.
I'm going to go out on a limb here and say that I guarantee every single member of that Braves team that's about to come up to bat wants him to have a comfortable landing spot, because you do not want this guy firing the ball all over the place. Comes with a 100-mile-an-hour fastball, really gets it up there, and sometimes struggles with control anyway. So,
but he's also throwing a lot of cutters and not throwing that fastball. So if I'm hitting against Alvaro right now, I'm looking for that cutter.
Here's the last out of the Phillies' 6th inning, our T-Mobile coverage cam. What a great play by Max Fried.
Yeah, we talk about Max all the time being a great athlete. And here, showing his sprinter speed, catching up to that ball.
glove work.
Glove side, just a little easy toss.
Made the adjustment from the last glove toss that he did.
Yes, he did.
Beautiful play. If I had known I could have done this every time I come to pitch, I would have had them rebuild the mound. Maybe that was why I struggled in 18.
What happened to the time clock? Didn't you have a time clock?
It's broken effectively. I've never seen this.
So over and over, the grounds crew will tamp on the mound, apply some more clay, and get that landing spot right for Alvarado, who, as soon as they finished fixing that hole, he went and dug it right out.
I tell a story about how Eric O'Flaherty, every time Kenshin Kawakami used to pitch, would have to move where he would start on the mound because of how much Kenshin would dig out near the plate. I don't understand why we're having to effectively rebuild for a mound for him to just dig it back out again. The hole's there. You have to learn how to pitch with the pitchers that have come before you. This isn't... Why don't we do this for every reliever that comes in if this is the case?
Because, as Brian said, nobody likes relievers.
That's a good point.
What does that front slope of the pitcher's mound feel like when they put that clay in? What's he feeling with that landing?
So I very rarely get to see a mound that's brand new, so I've had to adjust every time I come out. Usually you just try and get some sort of flat spot to land on, whether it can be in a hole, as long as you're landing in the flat spot of the hole. If you land on the edge of the hole at all and you start to roll your ankle, then you obviously release point goes, your whole inning's done.
So Alvarado has the mound to his liking, and his work has been to Rob Thompson's liking. This man's striking out more than half of the hitters he's faced since late June. Again, while the Phillies bullpen has given up the lead tonight, this is not the same porous bullpen that has spoiled their playoff hopes the last couple of years. They have been much improved in recent days, and we'll see what Alvarado has in mind for Arcia, Harris, and Ronald Acuna Jr. Before the Braves go back to work and extend this lead, let's enjoy a quick word from Delta.
Delta, proud to be the official airline of the 2021 World Champion Atlanta Braves.
So here in the 7th, Arcia will lead off Orlando, a key walk in the 2nd inning. He scored the 3rd Braves run on a wild pitch from Ranger Suarez. Connor Brogdon went an inning, gave up a run on 2 hits. He's the pitcher of record at the moment for Philadelphia. And that is an easy 99 from Jose Alvarado, who's pitching in his 15th career game against the Braves.
That's that cutter you were talking about. Pretty nasty when you throw a 100-mile-an-hour fastball.
And 3 pitches, retires Arcia. That one in at 94 in the bottom part of the zone. 1 up and 1 man down.
You can see what's made him so effective. If he's throwing the cutter more than his fastball, that was nasty. BJ.
Yeah, especially down and in the righties. I mean, that's a tough pitch to handle.
Michael is 0 for 2. His broken bat ground ball to third turned into the first 2 Braves runs. It was an E5 on Camargo. And that's taken low. Ball 1. What's been fun about watching Michael's learning curve in the big leagues is how much better his batting average is in the last 3 innings of a game. He's hitting .333 in innings 7, 8, 9 this year. Real Muto thought that one good enough. Didn't get the call. Ball 2.
Yeah, it's just amazing watching this kid make adjustments as the game goes on, like you said.
So that being said, they would really try to attack him inside the whole game, really. Is this where you try to open up and drive one?
Well, they attack him early and then they go away with that slider. But we've seen Michael Harris turn on those pitches in.
Michael's seen Alvarado before. He's 1 for 1 against the hard-throwing Phillies relief pitcher. That's the other thing that's so impressive. The good work he turns in against lefties, and good work to get away from 100 above the knuckles.
I'd be asking him to fix the mound again after that one.
Let's see what he does here. 3-1 count. It's a hitter's count. I would be a little nervous right now, but get back in there and drive the ball the other way.
Just that simple.
Yeah, just hang in there at 100.
99 off the chin, but by the way, stay in there and drive this one the other way.
Here's the 3-1 pitch. .100 miles an hour. Full count.
All I know is if the Phillies decide to sell at the trade deadline.
On the ground, and that's going to get through. Harris is 2 for 2 against Alvarado. Big turnaround first. And the Braves have an insurance runner aboard. How about that kid? 7th inning or later, gets a hit. Lefty against a man throwing 100 miles an hour, and he did not shy away from the challenge.
Wow, fastball. That was in, too. A little up and in. Getting ahead of the bat out. Michael Harris does it again.
I'm stepping so far in the bucket if I have to see that pitch before that. I'm not even making contact if it's middle.
You were stepping in the bucket up here against this guy. Who can blame you? Great at bat. And now it's power versus power. Acuna hit a bullet in the 5th inning. His first hit. See if he can beat Alvarado to a spot here and park a home run. Could use a little insurance. You never feel comfortable with a one-run lead in this ballpark. Never. Even with a bullpen as good as the Braves. In case you wondered, Ronald's last home run, July the 8th. And as he readjusts, stick around for the stretch presented by Georgia Natural Gas. Trevor and Gordon Beckham are standing by. Braves lead to this point in game 1, 4-3 your score.
That's the book on Acuna. Throw him in early.
Acuna's had a couple of trips to the plate against Alvarado in his career, and Jose has walked him twice.
Smart. Very smart. I'd like to see. I saw his eyes shoot off towards that right center gap just before this pitch, BJ.
I would love to see him go shopping in the gap and watch Michael Harris run around the bases.
Huge hole right side for Ronald. 1 on, 1 out. And so as hard as this man throws and as good as his strikeout pitches have been, Peter, this is not a man who's unafraid to walk you. If you let him. He's averaging almost 6 walks per 9 innings and 14 strikeouts per 9 innings. And he's fallen behind Ronald. 2 balls, no strikes. And miss inside. Here we go. 3-0. And that's something else worth talking about. Philadelphia bullpen this year has thrown 200 fewer innings than their starters, and they have walked 22 more men. They will pitch themselves into problems. And Ronald way ahead in the count here. I mean, that's an astounding stat over halfway through the season, isn't it?
It is. Why would you throw over right there, Peter? 3-0 count. He's not going to be running 3-0.
I think maybe he just didn't have the right pitch in his hand.
Green light popped up. Hoskins over to the railing, is gonna drop the ball. He had it, tried to make a basket catch instead of just catching the ball above his head. And another defensive mistake for the Phillies could help the Braves. That should have been out number 2. Instead, it's strike number 1.
Gotta love the fans here in Philadelphia. Somebody yelled, trade Rhys Hoskins.
No error on that play, but a play that should have been made.
Swing on a house, as you call it, Chip.
Make it happen, Ronald. 3-1 count. And it's ball 4. So here we go. Braves have 2 on, 1 out. It's just amazing, isn't it? When you have a good team, and the Braves are that, when an opposing club makes a mistake, you make them pay. They've done that all night tonight.
Good teams do that.
So the Phillies will talk it over after the strikeout of Arcia. Single and walk later. Dansby Swanson is coming up. Before he extends the lead, here's a message from Marietta Toyota.
In Marietta, businesses come and go, and some remain and grow. Visit us at MariettaToyota.com to learn why it's always better in Marietta.
Well, this would be a great time for Dansby to pick up his first hit. He is 0 for 3 in the game. Caleb Gotham is the Philadelphia pitching coach. Dansby Swanson is the Braves shortstop. 54 RBIs for him. He's trying to extend his hitting streak to 3 consecutive games.
Right man, right spot here.
Runners go. Real Muto's throw to third, dropped by Camargo. A double steal. Michael Harris is 11 for 11. Acuna trailed him. He's got number 21.
That is so smart. The Cardinals used to do this against me. When you'd come in as a reliever in a big situation with runners on first and second, it was almost instant they would double steal, because you think that as a reliever, your job is just to come in there and obviously throw strike 1. You're not even thinking about the runners. As a young guy, you learn that as you get double steals against you, that you've got to be aware of that sort of stuff. But what a great job. That's the kind of thing that this bottom of the lineup can do.
So the infield is in for Dansby, down a strike. 0-2. Matt Olson, a left-hand hitter, waits on deck. The Phillies will have the top of their order coming up in the bottom of this inning. Oh, and 2. Straighten him up with a fastball that missed.
Shorten up, put the ball in play. Easier said than done when 100-mile-an-hour fastball coming at you. But we've seen Dansby hit those 100-mile-an-hours over the wall plenty of times this year.
Wouldn't mind seeing one of those cutters get away from Real Muto behind the plate here. The pitch. A little pop back our way, and Dansby's fighting hard, staying alive. All these pitches, all these swings, all this tension may pay dividends for the Braves. You might keep Alvarado out of the game tomorrow. He's about to throw his 19th seventh-inning pitch here. Infield stays in, the runners lead, and here it is. Almost hit Dansby. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Again, they will walk you if you let them. Andrew Bellotti is getting ready in a big hurry for the Phillies. And Dansby swings and misses. So that's a big second out for the Phillies left-hander. 2 outs. And now it's lefty versus lefty here with Matt Olson with 2 on and 2 out.
Man, that's cut her down and in. Tough pitch to hit. Wow, that's a big out right there.
Well, we've said all year how good Matt Olson has been against left-handed pitching. Infield can back up now with 2 outs. Matt Olson has seen Alvarado twice. He's walked once. He's singled once. We'll take either of those outcomes here. Ball 1. Two blazing fast runners aboard for the Braves. Maybe he'll overcook one of those breaking balls here and chase home a big insurance run. Braves leading 4-3.
I can tell you this, Alvarado is looking over in the on deck circle and saying, I don't want to face Raleigh. I got to come at Matt Olson here.
That's why Bellotti is up in case Matt Olson reaches here. That's the 5th batter faced for Alvarado. The pitch. Oh, a big swing and a miss. Swung at ball 2. And now a ball and 2 strikes. If Matt beats this man to the spot at 100 miles an hour, he might hit the Liberty Bell above the bullpens in right center. That's how hard Alvarado's throwing. He's trying to shoot that ball to left.
I was just saying to myself that I think we're owed a soft contact single to left field to drive in a couple here.
Exactly. You got the right man in left field too, Schwarber.
Seventh inning of a 1-run game. Here again, the 1-2 pitch. He didn't swing at that. Shane Livensbarger got it right. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Here comes the 2-2. On the ground to second. And the peg to first is in time. Alvarado had to work hard, but he strands a couple of Braves runners. Atlanta maintains the lead in game one. It's 4-3 as we stretch. Let's send it back to Atlanta and Trevor in our studios. Max Fried is through 6 innings. He allowed 3 runs. He's in line to win the game. And now, fellas, we turn things over to the Braves bullpen, which has been spectacular this month and individually. Dylan Lee's been awesome, too. He's our Bounty Quick Stats feature.
What a find for the Braves bullpen this year. 25 innings, a 1.44 ERA, but it's just been the effectiveness that he's gone about his work. Throws strikes, keep the ball down, gets guys to put ball in play, strikes out guys when he needs to, and that opponent average of 204. We'll take that every single day of the week, BJ.
And that's what I love about him. He just gets on the mound, throws strikes. Hit me if you can. I love that attitude out of Dylan Lee.
Those last 3 outings have resulted in 3 strikeouts. So for Lee, over the last 3 games, 5 innings, 9 strikeouts, 3 hits. And he goes through the top of the order for the Phillies here, and Matt Vierling, who's 1 for 3 with a steal and a run scored. Max Fried, 103 pitches, 8 strikeouts, no walks on a night where you could tell grip was an issue. So he's in line to win number 11 if the Braves can get 9 more outs.
Oh. Sorry, I just reacted to that came in a lot hotter than I expected it to.
Told you, you are in range.
Firing range right here.
Here at Citizens Bank. 2 balls and a strike. Come on, Dylan. 3-1 the count. Dylan's not walked a hitter in his last 8 games. He's behind 3-1 here. Now a full count. $25,452 fans in attendance tonight. The world champs lead it 4-3 in game 1. Great pitching matchups for games 2 and 3. We'll tell you about those in a moment as Dylan Lee comes set with his 3-2. And he got his man. Swing and a miss. Came back to get Vierling. 9 Phillies have struck out tonight. There's out number 1.
Nice little comeback. Missed his spot, but got away with it. Fastball away. That's what the velocity does for you, BJ.
I just love the way he started him off with those down sinkers. 92-mile-an-hour in. Yeah, it missed, but in the back of the Vierling's mind, he was saying he's got to come back in here. Throws a fastball away, strike 3.
Now it's lefty-lefty with Kyle Schwarber up there. He's 0 for 3 and struck out his last time up. Back our way and just above us. Strike 1. Speaking of heat, we'll see plenty of that tomorrow. Spencer Strider will pitch for the Braves. Aaron Nola will go for the Phillies. That's why this game is so important. Nola's the Phillies ace. And then Charlie Morton and Kyle Gibson wrap things up on Wednesday afternoon.
I really like what the Braves did, having Spencer start tomorrow, giving him a little bit more rest. He looked like he might have been laboring. This is the most innings that he's thrown to this point. Opposite to Max Fried, he's going to have that rest and be able to use that rest. Max lost a little bit of touch, so hopefully that Spencer can build back up and get some of that feel back that he lost of the off-speed pitches last time out.
2-strike count. On the ground, Olsen backhand. He leads Lee perfectly, and Dillon to the bag for out number 2.
Wow. Dillon Lee was a little slow off that mound.
That's a lefty thing. They finished with their momentum going towards third base, and it's so hard for them to turn around and get to first base. Great job by Matt Olsen making that play, and Schwarber was picking him up and putting him down as best as he could. But look at that athlete, Dillon Lee.
Yeah, that's why he's taking a break right now.
It was a forced break by Travis. I'm surprised he didn't tell him to go back like he does the managers when they try to come out and take him out. Good, Travis.
I love that he has the sprinter speed. He made up for getting a slow start.
That's called panic.
What was that, BJ? A 4.4, 4.5?
That was about a 4.4. Yeah. Schwarber runs about a 4.7, so he got him.
You know, the minute you spin around and you see that ball go to first base and you're not breaking, you panic. You've got to get there.
So 2 quick outs. Rhys Hoskins is the hitter. He's 0 for 3. Hoskins 3 hits in his last 15 at bats.
Wow, 2 curveballs in a row. Good pitches after throwing that many fastballs.
And don't you love seeing homegrown kids get to the big leagues with your team and then see their workload not just increase, but the importance of the situational workload grow? That is the case for Dillon Lee. The pitch. And a swing and a miss. A 1-2-3 7th. Brilliant. 2 strikeouts for Dillon Lee. The Braves preserve the lead. And Austin Riley, red hot, leads off the 8th with the Braves in front.
Atlanta Braves baseball is brought to you by the All-South Highway Safety Team. Always wear your seatbelt. And by Synovus, the bank that helps you get there.
They are celebrating Christmas in July at Citizens Bank Park tonight. Phillies have gift-wrapped a handful of runs for the Braves, who enjoy a 4-3 lead. And now they turn things over to Andrew Bellotti, who will face Riley, d'Arnaud, and Ozuna as the Braves come up here in the top of the 8th inning.
Take a look at Bellotti's season so far. 35 games, just 31 innings. Opponents only hitting .208 against that slider. He uses it 52% of the time, Beach. So they've got to be sitting off speed.
How about that, though? 47 strikeouts in those 31 innings.
So he's bringing the heat on a warm night. He follows Jose Alvarado, who worked a scoreless inning with a little traffic. And now red-hot Austin Riley with a 17-game hitting streak and 2 doubles tonight.
Look at that average, continues to climb. Up to 295 now.
His last double almost left the ballpark, but just as served, he came home on Ozuna's top spin roller to third base. That was in the 6th inning. Great note on Austin Riley. There are 2 major league players this year who have hit 25 or more homers and have 100 or more hits. Austin Riley is one of them. Aaron Judge is the other.
How about the year Aaron Judge is having?
It's 2 MVP candidates.
Yeah. 37 home runs already. And he didn't sign that contract with the Yankees. That a way to bet on yourself?
I was just going to say, bet on yourself, kids.
Well, there's another way to look at that. First the pitch. 2 balls, no strikes. And a breaking ball in for strike 1. And that is, you know, the Yankees didn't sign him when they could have a couple of years ago.
That's true. Yep.
And we will be, as hard as this is to say, huge Yankee fans tomorrow night. I'll explain why after the pitch to Austin Riley. Here it is. And he went around. The Subway Series starts tomorrow. The Yankees and the Mets. 2 games. If we win this one tonight, the Braves would be a game back in the Eastern race. And 12 games left with the Mets. As we said, 24 of the last 65 games for Atlanta against the Phillies and New York. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And here we go again. On full count.
That's respect. You know, a guy's that hot, you don't want to give him anything to hit.
Make him throw you a strike, Austin. Wind picking up, blowing out straight away to center. Oh, good cut and fouled back. As the breeze picks up, if you look at the hitter's background, they've got the evergreen trees as part of the background. Look at the trees swaying in the wind now. That can't help you at the plate.
There's a backup slider there. Wow.
Nobody on or out. And again, a 3-2 pitch. Another hanger, and Riley fought it off.
Wow, he's lucky to get that pitch back. Man.
Mentioned, Brian, that yesterday a rarity for the Braves. They did not hit a home run. They have not homered yet tonight. This would be a perfect spot to hit number 152 for the Braves team. They're on pace to hit over 250 homers as a team this year. Pallotti ready. Popped up. Who wants it? And the grab made for out number 1. Munoz handles that, and a big battle won by Pallotti versus Austin Riley, who's out number 1. Here's d'Arnaud.
And I'm going to tell you why Austin Riley is so good, guys. 3-2 count. He's battling, and he pops up to second base, and watch him run the bases. You talk about a leader, leading by example. A lot of guys would just drop their bat and just jog to first, but he is hustling. That's why he's so good. And kids love him.
Even old guys love him.
Exactly.
Like Peter.
Excuse me?
Strike one.
Speaking of old guys, I'm honored to now be the young guy in the celebrity softball home run derby because I'm facing the old guard.
Yes, you are.
You gonna be all right for that?
Oh, yeah. Sorry for you in advance.
1 ball, 1 strike. 4 runs, 7 hits for the Braves. 3 runs, 9 hits. 1 critically important error committed by the Phillies tonight. A.J. Minter is getting ready in the Atlanta pen. Looks like he'll come on for the middle of the Phillies order as d'Arnaud digs in. Ooh, look at that ball move. You want to know why it's hard to hit in the major leagues? Look at that pitch again. Peter, that thing looked like it moved 6 to 8 inches as it got to the home plate pentagon.
Especially after he's thrown so many off-speed pitches. That fastball at 94 at the top of the zone looks like it's 104.
One ball, 2 strikes. Breaking ball gets d'Arnaud, who's 0 for 4 tonight. And it's up to Ozuna to keep the inning alive. Marcel has had a good night. His 54-mile-an-hour infield hit plated the go-ahead run. And Brian is right. They all look like line drives in the box score.
With the bonus RBI right there.
Which was his 40th of the year.
You don't feel bad about that being an earned run against the pitcher? After that little dinky hit, he gets an earned run?
You say I would feel bad for the pitcher? Oh, absolutely not. You made the pitch.
Shift on for Ozuna. And he sprays one the other way. That ball's going to get down in front of Castellanos, who overplayed it. And he's fortunate that ball didn't roll behind him and roll toward the warning track. When you talk about an outfielder surrounding a ball, that is a perfect illustration of that statement.
Yeah, Nick's just trying to get there as quick as possible and almost overran that ball. When it hit the ground, it kind of bounced back behind him. Didn't expect that bounce. But good hustle. Not laying there, embarrassed, getting up and throwing it in there, holding Ozuna to a single. But how about that? Ozuna, 3 hits tonight, going back out to the left field, guys. I'm telling you, it keeps you focused. It locks you in.
Some Braves will go to the bench here. Eddie Rosario will pinch hit for William Contreras. Contreras went 1 for 3. Braves like this lefty-righty matchup with a 1-run lead. First 3-hit game for Marcell since the 12th of April tonight, as he leads with 2 outs from first base. High fly ball, he just missed. Fierling in center puts that away, and that will retire the side. The Braves threaten, don't add to a 4-3 lead. Part of the Phillies order coming up.
Brought to you by Toyota. Visit your local Toyota dealers today. Toyota, let's go places. The Georgia Lottery. Today could be the day. And by Yellowwood. If it doesn't have this yellow tag, you don't want it.
Great ball game in Philadelphia. Braves lead game 1, 4-3 your score. We head to the bottom of the 8th inning. A couple of changes for Atlanta as the heart of the Phillies order is coming up. Guillermo Heredia will check into left field for Marcell Ozuna. Ozuna, a good night with 3 hits. And the second change is A.J. Minter. He will face Realmuto, Castellanos, and Bohm here in the bottom of the 8th inning.
AJ's really come into his own this year. The emergence of that changeup against right-handed hitters, and you see the case in point right here coming up against the heart of their lineup. All right-handed hitters. Snit has complete faith in AJ. Now, honestly, a 3-pitch pitcher.
Well, as always, a game like this, the first batter becomes paramount. You don't want Realmuto to reach. He's done that once tonight. He singled, stole a base, and drove home a run in the 3rd inning. Ought not be any mysteries with Minter and Realmuto, longtime Eastern rivals. JT, of course, began his career with the Marlins. First pitch swing, fly ball right. Acuna has room in front of the fence. 1 pitch, 1 out. Take a breath, Peter. Never in doubt. 1 away. Here's Castellanos.
Philadelphia, man, that right field porch. I've seen too many times sitting up in that bullpen. You don't get a good view of the right field line, but you see your ball go in that direction and you just drop your head.
How about the Braves bullpen this month? With all the workload they accumulated in June, in July, guys, the Braves relief corps is pitching to a .258 earned run average.
Man, that's getting it done, guys.
And that number will go down with the first 4 hitters retired by Dylan Lee and A.J. Minter. Here's Castellanos, a 2-hit night. And he swings at the first one and skies it out of play.
The most impressive thing for me, and I feel like I bring this up every time I talk about the bullpen, but it's the names that you're hearing on a nightly basis. It's the Dylan Lees, it's the Jesse Chavez, the guys that you're not accustomed to hearing coming out in high leverage situations that are, it's not that easy to get the job done in those situations. I've been through it. I've been through struggles.
Another fly ball to right. This one Drifting Ronald back to the edge of the warning track. Again, the wind is really blowing here. As you look at the flags, now blowing from left to right. And you saw when that ball went up, Ronald went to a catcher's crouch and made sure he had a beat on that baseball. 2 outs.
Yeah, this is the time of the day. As an outfielder, you got to play a little deeper because that wind is going to blow the ball further than really you hit it. So you got to take away the doubles, keep it in front of you.
Holmes had a nice night. He's 2 for 3. Max Fried struck him out in the 6th inning. The 7th of Max's 8 punch outs in this game. And he is red hot. 3 more hits for Bohm. That gives him 8 in his last 15 tries at the plate. And so the tying run is aboard for the Phillies. Munoz, the scheduled hitter.
Peter, I couldn't get it out of my mouth quick enough. This guy is swinging at the first pitch.
Yeah.
Don't throw a strike.
He tried to throw that cutter in off as a setup pitch, and it just caught too much plate. And luckily for us, it's just a single. You saw Austin Riley pinching the line and had a big gap between third and short.
Munoz, an infield hit his last time up. He has struck out in his other 2 trips to the plate.
Look, each hitter that came to the plate swinging at that first pitch, being aggressive. They know the Braves like to throw that first pitch strike to get ahead.
Nothing in 1 the count. And there's a lot on the line in this game. The Braves at the moment are 8 full games ahead of the Phillies in the division. The Mets are idle tonight. If the Braves win this game, they'll be a game back in the division. Also, if the Braves win this game, it'll be win number 500 for Brian Snitker as the Braves manager. Braves are in position to accomplish all of those goals, leading 4-3.
That's a great job by AJ there. In years past, he just stepped off because he didn't like that pitch. He came set, realized he didn't like the pitch, stepped off, and didn't make the pitch. In years past, he would have just gone ahead with no confidence in throwing that ball.
Now he's a strike away from sending us to the 9th inning. So what are you throwing here?
If it's true to form with what AJ's been doing majority of this month, I think he's either going to come a cutter in to set up the changeup away or go straight to that changeup right here off the fastball we just fouled off.
I wish he had a Max Fried slow curveball right now. You would strike him out easy.
I know it sounds funny because he just fouled that ball off the over the first base dugout to throw a changeup, but it's just been the most effective fit for AJ against right-handed hitters.
So he's way ahead of Munoz. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Runner goes. And a high hopper, vacant right side of the infield. Arcia's got it. Throw to first is late. What a great play by Arcia, who did a full somersault after throwing that ball to first. How he got anything on that throw is an absolute gem of a play.
Wow, guys, we always say it's never easy here in Philadelphia. This ball, not hit hard at all. Wow. Phillies did a good job of starting the runner, moving Arcia out of position.
The fact that he was even able to make a throw within the vicinity of Matt Olson right there was incredible.
Yeah, if he throws that over Matt's head, it's in the camera well, and they're at 2nd and 3rd at the very least.
Well, if Bohm don't take off right there, he's in position to make an easy play.
So 2 on, 2 out. Bryson Stott is the hitter. Olson hugs the line at first as Minter comes set. And missed just outside. Stott had the high hopper that took an abrupt left turn on Matt Olson. And that scored 2 runs in the second inning.
He also took 3 fastballs to punch out last at bat, so he's going to want to try and put something in play early at the bat.
Good stop. Bohm has good speed at second. He represents the tying run. Johan Camargo waits on deck. These 2 base runners, by the way, ensure you're going to have to see Schwarber in the 9th inning. Wind blowing toward right. Stott way ahead in the count. There's one of them back. Phillies have left 6 on base. They're 2 for 9 with runners in scoring position.
BJ, you've just taken another fastball. You took 2 fastballs to strike out in this last at bat. Exactly the same situation. Are you swinging at anything right here?
Yes, I am. 3-1. I'm coming out of my shoes right here. Because the pressure's on the pitcher. There it is.
So you've come back from 3-0, Peter. You've got 2 on, you've got 2 outs. You've got a young hitter who was rung up in his last at bat on a close call. What are you throwing here?
If I was AJ Minter, I'd probably throw a cutter off the outside corner. I know he's not going to want to take a pitch. So I'm going to try and get him to swing at something just off or just on the outside corner of the plate. He's going to be antsy. He's going to be swinging the bat.
The runners will be moving with 2 outs.
If you can get a pitch close enough to entice him.
AJ comes set. There go the runners. Swing and a shot hammered to right field. And Acuna says goodbye. A 3-run homer with 2 outs turns the game around in the Phillies' favor. They now lead it 6-4.
AJ was thinking along with me, went with the cutter. Backed up on him and just stayed right over the middle of the plate, right in Stott's power spot.
So all of this with 2 outs, all 6 runs for the Phillies with 2 outs. And AJ Minter watches Bryson Stott have the game of his life. He's knocked in 5 of the 6 Phillies runs. So now as we look to the 9th inning, Arcia, Harris, and Acuna will be coming up. No lead is safe at Citizens Bank.
Division games, guys, it's never easy. Never.
So a series that many in Philadelphia have said is a must-win for the Phillies. Now it's set up for them. They have a 2-run lead with 3 outs to get. But as we know, this Braves offense always seems to give you a finish, and the same thing is true. Their bullpen has had its share of problems, and a 2-run lead in this ballpark is not insurmountable. The 2-1.
Feel like you're still on the field, Peter.
Just it's so frustrating, you know. It's just you make your pitches, the 2 at-bats before, a couple of dinky little hits, and then the next thing you know, you make one mistake and the game completely turns around.
Yeah, that Munoz hit was the killer right there. Didn't hit it hard, hit it high in the air. We saw 2 balls almost hit off the plate and bounce really high and turn into wins for the Phillies.
And getting to 3-0 lefty against Stott made things a little tougher for Minter too here in the 8th. And he's gone full to Camargo, and Minter's pitch count is climbing. He'll need at least 20 of them.
Give that young kid credit. Stott. He made the mistake of taking his last at bat. He looked to swing on that one. Did not miss it.
To right, and Ronald will track that one down. The Phillies with 2 outs get 2 singles and then a Stott 3-run homer, part of his 5 RBI game, and the Braves go to the 9th, needing 2 to tie. To the top of the 9th inning. Fans, enjoy the show wherever you are with the MLB app, with coverage of in-game highlights, pitch-by-pitch features, select live broadcast coverage, and more. You won't miss a beat. Download the MLB app today. Well, we got 3 outs left to get 2 runs to tie or to take the lead. So Anthony Dominguez will come on and try to wrap it up for the Phillies. He'll run into Arcia, Harris, Acuna, and hopefully more as we head to the 9th inning. Arcia will be taken down as Robinson Cano grabs a bat. He will be in the on-deck circle. Robbie Cano hasn't played since coming down with dizziness in the game started by Shohei Ohtani back in Atlanta. So it's Cano for Arcia, who ends his night 0 for 2. But boy, Orlando had a great defensive game at second base.
He did. Give him a lot of credit, man. He continues to compete. Gets it done up the middle.
Well, it all starts with this first batter. Put a little pressure on Dominguez and then bring the tying runs to the plate. Dominguez has a big arm, but a 1.80 ERA, a 1.72 opponent's batting average. Scoreless ball in 23 of his last 26 games. Time to change that. He has not given up an earned run against the Braves in his career. He has pitched 7 1/3 innings of 0 earned run baseball against the Braves.
Time to change that tonight.
You bet.
Let's go.
He's 4 out of 5 in saves.
Good take right there by Robinson Cano. Need base runners.
Well, you got the right guys coming up. 8-9-1 and hopefully a parade to follow as the Phillies have a 6-4 lead, and a bullet hit right to short. Yeah, Stott says, wow, that was a missile. What are the metrics on that line drive? Yeah, it almost spun his cap off. 1 up, 1 down in the 9th. Here's a word from Academy Sports and Outdoors.
With our free in-store assembly and pre-assembled grills and smokers, buy online at academy.com and pick up in-store. So keep those grilling plans at Academy Sports and Outdoors.
Michaels reached twice. He singled in the 7th, struck out in the 5th. And again, that broken bat roller to third scored the first 2 Braves runs back in the 2nd. That got a piece of everybody on the way by. So it's an even count. That's sunk in nicely. It's 1-2. Two outs. So the final hope is Ronald Acuna Jr. Ronald's gotten on twice tonight, a single, a walk. He's grounded out in his other 2 trips to the plate.
Wow, you don't want to get 2 strikes on Dominguez after looking at that last pitch he threw to Michael Harris. Man, like a screwball.
Phillies with a 3-run 8th inning have wrested the lead from the Braves, who have 2 strikes left. Little pop into shallow right, and that's going to do it. The Phillies come back and win game 1. 6-4 is your final score.
This one stings a little bit, BJ. I feel like Max and Travis did such a good job fighting their way through 6 innings. A rare off night for AJ Minter. Come back and get him tomorrow.
A lot of soft hits by Phillies. Found their way into big hits. 2-run double early on that spinning ball down. A lot of bad luck for the Braves, I think, today. But hey, give credit what credit is due. They came through in the end, got a big hit, Stott. But hopefully tomorrow we can bounce back. We've never lost, 3 games in a row, guys. So we got to bounce back tomorrow.
And the Braves will send Spencer Strider to the mound in game 2. Aaron Nola will pitch for the Phillies. Our coverage starts at 6:30 Eastern on Bally Sports South. For Kelly Crawl, Brian Jordan, Peter Moylan, Chip Carey, thank you for joining us from Citizens Bank. Phillies 6, Braves 4, your final. Braves Live presented by Xfinity is next. We'll see you tomorrow night.